My name is Laura Steele, and I live in Navarre, Florida. Okaloosa County is the county I teach in at Wright Elementary School. And what brings me to the CGI conference, I could not be kept away. I love CGI, and I look for every opportunity to participate in any way I can in all things CGI. So I do have a story, a personal story about CGI. I believe it saved my teaching career. 15 years ago, I will never forget being called into the library for a faculty meeting, and our principal decided it was a good idea to rank teachers. And she wrote in an orange marker, this is how vividly I can remember the faculty meeting, and she wrote and coded teachers by letters. But as with all students, you know exactly who those letters correspond to, and you know exactly who is being spoken of. And she pointed to the very bottom teacher and said, "This is our weakest link." And it was very evidently me. And so I believed her. What you are told, you believe. And so I went on thinking, okay, I'm going to ride out this career. Have 15 years to go, but it's okay. I'll figure it out. But I was devastated and completely humiliated. My peers all knew. I was devastated. So then I moved to kindergarten and I began CGI. At the time I was teaching 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade when that happened. And then I moved to kindergarten and I was asked to go to something in Tallahassee called CGI and participate. And I thought, okay. Of course, my enthusiasm was very dismal because my teaching career had gone straight downhill. And so I did. I went. I like math. And I thought, okay, I'll go. And I watched the videos and I thought, wow, this is cool, but it's contrived. The videos have to be staged. I hear what they're saying. And at the end of the year, I thought, oh my gosh, they're making me sign a contract that I have to implement a problem a week. I wonder why they're doing that. Well, whatever. Now I'm contractually obligated to implement this program and solve a problem in my classroom each week. So I did. And then I thought, okay, wait a minute. I'm starting to see some of the things that they were showing in the videos. And I cautiously thought, maybe this works. So every week for that full year, I implemented, saw improvements. And then the next year came along and I went to year 2 and I began seeing just my students were blossoming. I believe I became more comfortable with my math knowledge and my confidence was growing in myself as an educator thanks to FSU, Dr. Rob Schoen, and his knowledge of we have to educate teachers before we ever educate these students. And so I'm so grateful to him and to all the people who work at FSU. So I went to year 2, came back, and I didn't have to implement the problems, but I couldn't wait to implement the problems. Not only was I seeing what was happening in the videos, but my discipline problems were nil. My students were completely engaged. My learners were completely in control of the classroom. I was even having an easier time teaching because now I'm facilitating, I'm listening, I'm laughing in my classroom, and all of a sudden I am loving teaching. And I'm thinking, I am not that bottom of the barrel teacher, and I don't have to listen to that anymore, and that's not who I am. So I could not believe over the next several years what was happening. Not only was CGI happening in the math class, but we solve problems lining up. We solve problems at recess. We solve problems at lunch. Everywhere we go, we CGI it. And that's our phrase. We just CGI everything. So in 2017, I was nominated for the Presidential Award. And I thought, oh my gosh, somebody doesn't think that I'm the bottom of the barrel teacher. And how could that possibly be? Because I was there. I was on the bottom, or so my principal told me. And in 2018, I won the Presidential Award for Excellence in Math and Science Teaching. And I did it through CGI. The entire lesson was CGI. Start to finish, it was a lesson. And it was so natural and so beautiful. And when I received my reviews from the Presidential Award, the reviews were amazing. It wasn't me. It wasn't my teaching. It was me implementing cognitively guided instruction in this natural miracle that's happening because children are born as mathematicians. It's what we choose to do with them once we receive them. We can either nurture that or we can squash that. And I learned, thankfully, through CGI, how to nurture that.